Iceland's President Olafur Grimsson joins me now, live from Davos. Mr. Grimsson, thank you very much for joining us. If we could start by talking about this agreement that looks to have been struck with the Icelandic government and the UK and the Netherlands. Now, you blocked a similar accord last year. Are you more inclined to sign the agreement this time, after it passes through Parliament in spring?
Well, first of all, I will take a position on that after Parliament has finished its work. But the important thing is that Britain and the Netherlands have now accepted what I was saying and we were saying a year ago, that the previous deal was fundamentally unfair. And just to give you a figure, this new deal is lower if you use the British economy as the relevant size comparison, which would be amount to between 50 and 70 billion dollars. So the important thing is that Britain and the Netherlands and the European Union partners have now accepted that what Iceland was saying a year ago was fundamentally right.
It sounds like you're quite pleased with the deal then.
Well, it's of course a much better deal. It's a different deal. It's a deal that meets Iceland considerably, but we still have to come to a decision how we will treat it in the end. But the fundamental thing is that what our partners were arguing a year ago, they have now accepted was fundamentally wrong.
Well, so if they've accepted that's fundamentally wrong, then there'd be no reason for you to block it again, would there?
Well, of course, that's a different issue, and as a matter of constitutional principle, I'm not going to say anything about that until Parliament has had sufficient time to deal with a bill which is now in Parliament. OK.
Now, you have said that the country has outperformed in almost every one of those International Monetary Fund criteria, and they may, at some point, you may be able to wave goodbye to the IMF. Have you got any time frame for that?
Well, we hope to finish the IMF program sometime later this year, and that is earlier than anybody expected, because all the export sectors in Iceland, the clean energy sector, the fishing sector, the IT sector, the tourism sector, they're all performing much better, partly due to the devaluation of the currency and also due to the economic measures and various other reforms that we have instigated. So I think IMF will accept that Iceland has performed very well, and therefore we will be able to wave goodbye, hopefully, to the IMF later this year.
Now, you promote Iceland's geothermal know-how when you travel. How advanced are you in your negotiations with China about supplying that technology?
Well, China has decided to make Iceland its primary partner in the geothermal transformation of China, which would mean especially building vast urban heating systems to replace the coal heating system, which is already in China. We have also done a similar deal with India and are discussing another deal with Russia, as well as a number of other countries. So the geothermal transformation of the world has become a very important global mission for Iceland, because we have proved that you can move within a relatively short time from a fossil fuel economy over to a clean economy based on hydro and geothermal. And we are very pleased that China is so eager to cooperate with us on this area, because I think it indicates that China now wants to move with great speed towards a clean energy future, contrary to what many people have been saying in the US or in Europe.
OK, Mr. Grimsson, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much.